Hello, in this presentation we will be discussing QurSim corpus, a work done by Abdulbagi Sharaf and Eric Atul from Leeds University. The outline of this presentation is as follows. Firstly, we will show the motivation for creating the corpus. Secondly, we will demonstrate the source of the corpus. Thirdly, we will show the steps taken in compiling the corpus, and at the end, one of the steps will be further elaborated, which is extending the dataset. QurSim is a corpus created from Quranic text, where semantically similar or related verses are linked together. A similar corpus can be generated from Quran translation, since the verses number are usually kept the same when we translate. So a number of corpus could be generated for different languages from the translated Quranic text. This corpus can act as a gold standard, can be a valuable resource for evaluation. It can assist in investigating similarity in text, and it can also be used in evaluation of paraphrase analysis. The corpus of similar related Quranic verses was extracted from a Quran commentary book written by an ancient Islamic scholar named Ismail ibn Kathir. He had a book which was named Tafsir al-Quran, and in his book, when he commented on a verse, he lists all the similar verses or all the related verses. So this book was a source for QurSim corpus. Dataset compilation. 4 steps were performed to create the dataset or the corpus. Firstly, a code was performed on the book, and the related pairs were extracted from the book, and there was a total of 7,679 pairs of related verse. Second step was to filter some of the unrelated verses which might appear in the initial dataset. Sometimes the scholar used to mention other verses which are non-related as a result of the discussion, and it is found that there is 883 such cases, and they were flagged as non-related, and the remaining set contained 6,796 pairs of related verses. Another filtering was performed to categorize the dataset into 2 levels of relatedness. Level 1 denote weakly related verses, and level 2 denote strongly related verses. And of the dataset, the strongly related verses were around 3,000 or 79 verses. The last step was to extend the dataset of the strongly related verses, and this was done by observing the commutative property of the verses. And by doing this step, a total of 13,500 pairs were found as related. This last step will be discussed further. Extending the dataset. If we are having a pair of related verbs which are verse X and verse Y, and these appear in the corpus, then pair Y and X should also appear as a related text in the corpus, and this will increase the number of related texts or related verbs. Another case, if we are having three verses X, Y, and Z, and if verses X and Y are strongly related, and verses Y and Z are strongly related as well, then X and Z should also be related, and Z and Y should also appear as related verses. As we can see in this example, we are having three verses, and in the book we can find that verses 1 and 2 are shown as related verses, and the second and third verses were also mentioned as related verses, but there is no relation between 1 and 3. So by realizing this, we can extend the dataset. Thank you. This concludes our discussion for the QurSim corpus creation.